Today we're in Da Nang, Vietnam, and we're going to be doing a house tour with Mai from My Abundant Life. Let's see if she's home.
Oh, Evan, you're here?
This episode of the Cost of Living Abroad pod is brought to you by Airlo, the world's first eSIM store. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit early.
That's okay, it's okay.
You wanna
What's up? Oh, thanks.
pop on the mic? Beautiful. So I'm super excited to see what you can get for $800 in a house in Da Nang,
Yeah,
Vietnam.
welcome to my house.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. Wow, this place looks really big though, hey?
Yeah, it is.
Dang,
It's
and
good.
beautiful garden. This is gorgeous.
There's fruits over here too. They always drop, but the season's almost done, so they're not coming in. Oh yeah, they're all gone.
What is it, like a papaya tree or something up
No,
there?
it's I don't know what it's called. It's a Vietnamese fruit.
Star fruit.
No, it's not star fruit.
Nice little motorbike parking for the kids. Little fish pond.
Yes, the little fish pond.
Oh, there's actually fishies in there too.
Yes, there is. It's a mess though. My little one takes care of it.
That's cute. All right, yeah. So this is a full family house, right? You're
yeah.
Obviously you're married and you got a couple kids too.
I got 2 kids. Come on, guys.
Beautiful.
Oh, can you feel the AC?
Yeah, wow. It's so nice and cool in here too. I thought for a minute it would be hot because it's such a big place.
No, the AC, we put it on the rooms and then it just comes down here to the living room. Yeah, this is my living room.
Wow, it's super spacious. Like,
Nothing crazy. This we bought this one and used a cover because I didn't like the color. But this one was from the landlord. They left it here. This is very traditional Vietnamese style couch.
yeah,
right?
it's like the
wooden.
classic woodwork.
It's the
super
wooden.
heavy.
Yes.
How much did it cost to get like an L couch like
Okay,
this?
so we bought this from our friend that used to live here. I don't know how much did she charge us. I think it was only, I'm gonna say 3-4 million.
It's like 150 bucks. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Usually back home this would be a
This
lot.
is cool. Like open concept right into the kitchen.
Yes.
Walk in. Wow, I wonder what the square footage is in here. And it feels like the ceilings feel really high too.
Yeah,
like,
they are really high. I like that about that.
dang. Nice.
And then this is our kitchen. Some storage room here. We kind of just stuff everything in here. Sorry for the mess, everyone. But anyways, yeah, this is where our kitchen is. And then we have a laundry right over here. A washer and dryer. Usually a lot of Vietnamese homes don't have dryers, so luckily we got one.
Oh yeah, that's a score.
Yeah, and then we bought this water filter.
Water filter. How much is that?
I'll ask my husband when we go up.
Maybe yeah, $100
He'll know. He'll know.
Is there a little like yard outside area happening over
Yes,
there?
I never open it because there's so many mosquitoes, but we can come and look at it. Wait, see, I lock it up because we never go because of mosquitoes.
You worry about like safety, or is it just like a reflex?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Okay. Breaking and
like-
entering mosquitoes. Yeah, let's have a peek.
Really nothing, Sam.
Oh yeah. So
I don't
it's
touch
just
it.
Your water heater in a little back area.
Yeah.
Probably, you know what? It's probably the kind of place where they would hang up their laundry before you had a dryer.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea, but no thank you.
Is this a
I don't
bath?
like mosquitoes. Yep, that's another bathroom. Hold on, you can
Yeah.
I can open it
Very
for you.
tiny.
Really basic, yeah, there you go.
Classic Viet style, right? With like every bathroom has a shower and bidet attached to the toilet.
Yeah.
Super simple.
All right, let's go upstairs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go. All right. So the first room is my kids' room. Oh, my little one's here.
Hi, sweeties.
Yeah. What are you doing?
She's coming in.
What are you doing? Okay, this is their room. Don't mind, they
Wow.
cleaned it up for you.
Beautiful room.
Yes. The thing in Vietnamese homes, I noticed that they don't have closets, so you have to buy these.
Oh, interesting. So you've got like the exterior wardrobes happening. 'Cause there
Yeah.
aren't like the open and closed
I usually
closets.
like closed closets, but whatever. This came with the house too. So they had something like this, but yeah, we kept it simple.
But it's a nice good sized room, and that's like a full queen size bed over there, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's actually a king. I'm not sure.
Do you like your room? Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this is my husband and I's room.
Wow.
Because we like the view, so we chose this
Super
room.
bright, beautiful, and spacious.
Yes, I love the windows. Like I said, I need to buy more like little storage areas.
Wow, guys, gals, look at this view. This is like huge, beautiful picture window. Oh man, that's super nice. And even though there's traffic there, it's like completely silent. I don't hear a thing when that truck drives by.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
And then we do have closets in here too.
Oh yeah, so this
only one room has closets. So yeah, it's like, I don't know if I stuffed it. So it's pretty big size, right?
Yeah, so that's like you and your husband get like a full wardrobe in here.
And also there's a closet over there, so we kind of add some storage to that. I'll show you more like where we put all the storage, because they don't have a storage room here. So it's another area for like clothes. So it's pretty big.
John's got the Bahama shirts going.
Yes.
Clutch. Another bathroom
Oh,
here.
another bathroom. Nothing fancy, guys. Nothing fancy. Yeah. And then my kids have this on the ground here.
Yeah, so classic Vietnamese style.
Yeah, Vietnamese style. Do you see that there was where the shower had? This was new to me when the shower's right in the middle of the washroom.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Every bathroom just like has a shower like floating right beside the toilet. That is like
I know my kids
total standard practice. I'm so impressed though, like these beautiful flowers and greens. Look at this. This tree is like in full.
Oh yeah, you can go outside there too.
Yeah, I'm not going to because it's so nice and air conditioned in here right now.
Yes. I'd rather stay.
It's nice too. It's like really open, little apartment building and a house across the street.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the next room, Valentina, shouldn't you be doing some homeschooling?
I'm already done.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna
finish homework early. Bonus points.
Okay, so there's another washroom here. Nothing fancy again.
Okay, so third story. We've now seen 3 bathrooms.
It's so hot in there.
Oh, yeah,
there's no AC in there. Yeah.
It's the exact same thing with the
shower same concept. Very basic. And then this was supposed to be another room, but we made it into like a homeschool learning room.
Beautiful.
My office here too.
Hey everyone.
And yeah, we left the bed because it's too heavy to move. So if they want to relax, they can relax in this learning room.
I had a similar setup where I like took apart a bed like this for my office. Yeah, it was probably a bad idea. But it was like, it was great once it was gone, but I don't think I'm ever getting it back.
Yeah, like he was like, I'm like, can we take it out? He's like, no, that's too much work.
Yeah, oh nice. This is the setup. This is full.
Need to buy some
where
more.
The magic happens for Mai's YouTube channel. I like the flower too. It's pretty.
That came with the house.
It's nice.
All right, and then you go up here a little bit, and this is like our gym room. This is supposed to be, most Vietnamese say, the prayer room. But
that's how you pack up your whole room.
So this is where we put the storage because we have nowhere else to put storage.
Yeah.
Right, in Vietnamese homes, they don't have storage rooms, so we had to make a room for it. So that's a room for it. This is our gym.
Nice, this is cool. So, okay, let me do the count though. You got 1, 2, 3 bathrooms and like 4 bedrooms, right?
3 bedrooms,
or
and
3
this
and a
is
half.
like, yeah, I guess you can call this a half, because this could be its own bedroom, but
100%. Like you could easily have like, especially if they're bigger, like one of the girls have a bedroom right here, the other one have a bedroom right there, and then you guys have your bedroom, the master and office downstairs.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So this could be another bedroom, but we made it into a play gym room.
Cool. Okay, so let's go back. Maybe you want to go back to this in better light, and then we'll do the breakdown, the cost breakdowns.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
This episode of the Cost Living Abroad pod is brought to you by Airlo, the world's first eSIM store. One of the biggest travel headaches is getting a SIM card. You land, line up, hand over your passport, pay cash, hope it works in a shady line. But now I use Airlo. It's an eSIM, no physical card, no kiosk, no nonsense. You just download the Airlo app, pick a destination like Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, or the entire Southeast Asia region. Install your digital plan 100% over Wi-Fi, and boom, the moment you land, you're online. Airlo's great because you get to keep your original phone number and avoid expensive roaming fees. And if you run out of data, just top it up in the Airlo app. Takes 30 seconds max. Airlo works in over 200 countries and regions, and honestly, once you've tried it, you'll never want to stand in a sweaty, humid SIM card lineup at the Ho Chi Minh Airport or Don Mueang in Bangkok again. Scan the QR code on the screen or just hit the link in the description to download the Airlo app today. Use my code EVAN at checkout to get $3 off your first eSIM. 20 million VND.
Yeah, 20 million VND.
How did you find it? What was the negotiation like?
Okay, so at the time it was around March. We were looking for a home, and before that we were like looking for new homes. but it was really hard because I feel like there was a lot of competition and the market just went up. I don't know why the market went up. I think that's just busy time that a lot of tourist people were coming. So whenever we wanted to go see a house, it was actually like, if we say we're gonna come like the next day, they'll be like, oh, it's already done. Like we already sealed the deal, like after like a couple hours when we asked to come see the house.
So you're looking in like high season, basically.
Yeah, I think that's high season.
Like winter, around Christmas?
March.
Oh, March.
Because
yeah.
I think it's cooler and people like to come around that time. Anyways, we were like looking for homes and it just took so long to get a home. So we actually knew a friend that she was leaving back to England, and she actually lived at this house, and she said she could talk to her landlord and maybe we can take over the house here. And that's how we found this house.
Nice. So friend of a friend, that's so classic. I always tell people like, come find some quick solution and then take your time finding a long-term place, because when you get to know other expats, you get to know people, you can find real deals. So what's the budget for the rest of the place? What are the electric, utilities, obviously?
So I just got the bill right now, I can tell you right now. So the month of June, but you gotta know like we were using AC like nonstop, like right now. It was like 4.1 mil.
So 160 US dollars.
Yeah.
Big, but it's a big house. I mean, the flip side too is that it's so hot right now for anyone watching. Like this is peak. That's going to be the biggest bill of the year, probably July and June, right?
Yes, that's probably going to be one of the biggest bills out of the whole year. It's usually lower. I believe it's probably a lot lower. I can't remember. I can ask John. You want me to scream his name?
No, it's okay.
Okay, and then internet, we're paying 300,000. Dong, do you want to do
$12 US, yeah.
Okay, and water, and it says water in May, so I'm thinking we were paying water from last month. Before that, which was $124.
$5 for water every month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Garbage collection was $30,000.
$1.
Yep.
$1.20. Let's be accurate.
And then that was it.
Nice.
We have to pay to the landlord.
Okay, so that's all in. That's even at the peak, like AC hot season. You're still under $1,000 all in for a massive house with 3.5 or 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and a big open space living area, a yard out front too. That's pretty sweet, man.
Yep.
And for the people watching, we're not going to reveal exactly where this is, but this is in Thuong too. This is in the supposed area where it is busier. It is harder to find places, according to the internet.
The one across the street of our house is, I think that's 70 mil.
The big villa over there.
They just renovated it. And it's 70 mil.
Okay, let's give them a peek.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this massive villa, it's huge too.
I think it's a 3-bedroom only, but there's a pool.
There's a big pool. You can just see by the footprint, it's got to be like, that looks like it's like, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 square feet.
And no one was in there for like last month or two. And then they just recently renovated it, and like we saw them posting it for 70 mil. Yeah.
So that's a little under 3,000 US dollars for an enormous villa. Cool. So let's talk a little bit about your adjustment to Da Nang and like why you're leaving Canada for Da Nang. How long have you been living in here now?
So it's almost 2 years now in September.
Wow.
Why we left Canada?
Yeah.
Lots of reasons. Do we have to get into it? Okay. If you must need to know, there's just a lot of things changing in Canada. One of the biggest reasons is the cost of living. It was rising really high. It's so high. I didn't see a future for my kids there anymore just because it was just getting too expensive and not having enough jobs and opportunities there anymore, if that makes sense.
Totally. And you sold a house.
We were actually building a home there, and then once we got it built, we bought a home, and then after 2-3 months we sold it because we decided to not keep our house.
Yeah, and there's like rising interest rates and like all that stuff.
Yeah, so there was
too?
rising interest rates. Once we got the house, the interest rate was probably at like, I'm gonna say 6-7% at the time, and my husband said it just didn't make sense because we would have to, our lifestyle would be a bit different then.
So what's your all-in cost of living here? If your housing and everything is about $1,000, what's your all-in monthly expenditure?
I think our budget was around 3,000. We try to stick to it's about 3,000, I guess, if we're overspending.
Okay, so like $500 a person plus $1,000 for the house. I mean, what would that be like back home?
Oh my gosh, if we were to live like exactly the same in back home, it would probably be over 10 million. I mean, not 10 million, $10,000 to live in that house and do whatever we wanted to do. The same thing as here.
Yeah.
I believe it's going to be 10,000 because our
Yeah.
house is already, to live in our home in Canada was already about, I believe it was 7,000 already.
Oh, so maybe more.
Yeah, I think
It'd be hard to. You wouldn't be able to do whatever you want for $3,000 for 4 people.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
3 to 4 times. That's what I guesstimate now. So in some things, when I look at Toronto, I'm like, it'd be 5 times as much.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more now. I remember my husband said when he went back to Canada, a bowl of pho at a nicer place was like $25 for a bowl of pho.
Wow.
$25.
And what's a bowl of pho cost here?
I believe it's, I don't know, it depends on places, like 50,000 dong or
It's about
even
$2.
less, or 40, yeah, $2.
So that's one of the things I find interesting is that it's hard to like really measure certain things because it's like, what do you say about something that's 12 and a half times as expensive? But it is, right? Like when I went home, as a while ago now, 2022, I remember having a diner breakfast where I had like really plain French toast, like Wonder Bread French toast.
Yeah.
We're not talking about fancy food here, right?
Yeah.
With like 3 pieces of bacon and a black coffee, and it was like $22 plus tax and tip. Just
And
on
tip.
my old neighborhood, Roncesvalles, West End, Toronto, now purely gentrified.
I forgot. There's tip too. But
Yeah.
We didn't
So,
mention it.
what are your long-term plans for Da Nang and like the girls? Like, how long do you guys want to live in Vietnam, and what are you thinking, big picture?
I really think we don't know right now. I feel like we're just living year by year. I think every year we'll assess what we really want, if this is what we really want. I think last year I was actually planning to leave Da Nang just because I guess I was homesick and I wanted to find somewhere more modernized. I'm not saying that it's not modern here, but it's not as same as Canada, but my husband's like, let's try it one more year to see how you feel. And this year I feel a bit better. And I think it's because I found a better community, I have more friends. Evan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's just really important. So right now I feel comfortable that we might even just call this our home base for now. And if things do change, then we can go somewhere else. But right now I think for the next 5 years, we might be even here.
How do local people treat you? Like, how have you felt integrating, or do you or your husband speak Viet?
So my husband, he's Vietnamese. So he's able to speak Viet to other locals. We met a local through the homeschool community, and he introduced us to other locals around the area. And it's been good because some of them actually know how to speak English too. So it was nice, but sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
Just asking how locals treat you, or how you interact.
I feel like they're very kind. A lot of the locals been really nice. Even if it's people that we go see and get food, they're very nice. And some of them, if you don't know English, Vietnamese, I can just show them translate something and they'll be very kind to me. So yeah, there's no issues with that.
What do you think what are some of the biggest myths or stereotypes or misconceptions about Vietnam and life in Vietnam?
I feel, let me think. That it's still old school, I guess. There's certain places that are still developing, but there's a lot of areas that are still, it's been developed and modernized. But yeah, it's still growing, and I don't know, what else do they say? I don't know, that's really poor here. And I know there are poor areas still too, but I feel like it is growing and the economy is growing here.
Yeah, one of the things that bugs me the most is when people complain about if you're gonna ruin it, it's not gonna be cheap anymore. And it's if the economy is growing, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Right? It's good for both expats living here if we're starting businesses or hiring local people or working with local people. It's good for local businesses. It's good for Vietnam in general because the starting point was the GDP was so small per person, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons why it's so the fastest growing or whatever is that it started so low. So do you feel do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable living around this? Do you think there's a lot of poverty? How does that affect you?
There's certain parts that I could see that. Really, I just want to help out anyways at the end. I feel like I lived in like Canada, so I don't know if it's wrong to say, like, I feel privileged that I got to go to school and like learn certain things, speaking English and all that. So seeing even like the more poor areas, it's more like, how can I help them? And like you were just saying, like, I don't like when people say I'm coming here and I'm ruining for locals, because I'm actually working with a lot of locals. Like, I have an editor, he's a local, and like, even like I'm gonna build a team here and they're gonna be locals, and so I'm gonna help them, and that's gonna help the locals. They get to buy things, they get to grow their wealth and all that. So yes, I don't know, like, I don't think the poverty has affected me. I feel like it's more like, how can I help them? If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I have one full-time employee, 3 to 4 contractors I work with, and on top of that, all the like literal business that just comes here because of the promotion, and it's not paid promotion, right? It's like not like Tourism Vietnam is paying you or I or anyone else to do this.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
We're literally offering free promotion, so I feel like there's a give and take about that. What are the negatives? Like, there's got to be some real drawback.
I really want to have a stable home. I just want to stay somewhere and live there and put all my stuff there and not have to worry about it. Because if I say this is going to be my home base, I want to have a home that I guess it's normal to have mold. I don't know how to deal with mold yet. So when we left for rain season, some of our stuff got moldy, but I guess there's ways around it that you can get people to come in to air out the house. But I heard that if your house gets too old, they just smash it up. Is that true? Like, if a house gets really old, they're not going to renovate. They're going to smash the whole thing up.
Yeah, for sure. They're just going to do a tear down and build it again.
Yeah, so I just don't get that. And like, I want a house that I could just not have to do that, because that means that if I do that, I have to keep it in mind in 5 to 10 years, this house is going to be smashed up and then I have to move all my stuff. So I'm not used to that kind of lifestyle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. There isn't a lot, like, a culture of like maintenance, right? Like, things are just made, used, and then get rid of them. What's some advice you'd give for someone moving to Vietnam?
Make sure you have some savings.
Yeah.
Make sure you have income. I would say you still have to have some income. Just be prepared to be open to like different lifestyle, I guess. How do I explain that? Like, you can't be like, oh, it has to be like this in Canada. I've seen a lot of people like from America that come here and they're kind of, I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to say nice, like snobby about the fact that they can't speak English. Don't get mad at people if they can't speak English. Mm-hmm. Just be open to the culture.
Future holds for Da Nang. What do you think it's going to be like in 5 years or 10 years?
I feel like Da Nang is going to grow. I think it might get crowded too. So we'll see from there if we even want to stay or not, because we like a smaller town. Because I do hear that a lot of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh locals are even coming to move here. Mm-hmm. So I feel like Da Nang's going to grow. But there's opportunities for businesses and to grow your wealth here if you start like looking into it now, I believe.
Yeah, our landlord just sold the house, and she's Hanoian, and she sold it sight unseen to another Hanoian, and he bought it for his Hanoian daughter to move into and live here, and it's because she's coming down here for a job with a big hotel chain. This is like high-paying jobs. I'm not talking about we're talking about someone buying a $400,000 US house sight unseen for their kid. Yeah. And their kid's coming down for sure to, work at a big hotel chain and make 6 figures, right? I'm not talking about like someone's going to be a waitress.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy, right? To hear that right now, because I think it's happening right now, and I think that's why the home prices were going high and the rentals and all that. So we see it happening right now. We'll just kind of like play it out and see what happens in Da Nang, but I do believe it's going to grow a lot bigger, and it's going to be a bit crowded soon too. How
have you adjusted to a life where you don't have a day job anymore?
I feel like it's been a while because I've been a homeschool mom. Even in Canada, I was a homeschool mom, so I wasn't actively working. I was learning about finances, and my husband was working most of the time. But getting into YouTube here, I like it because I feel more relaxed. I feel like I don't feel the pressure of having to make it work right away. Like, I can take time to work on it and grow it. So there's no pressure of making the money because everything's so affordable here, if that makes sense.
And your primary income stream is from investment from house sale, right?
Yeah, so our primary income is from our investments from our home and some of my husband's trading, and there's just a bunch of stuff. And he still does some remote work, and then some from me right now.
How did you make the leap? Like, how did you get unstuck?
I think that's what I was trying to figure it out. I was talking to my husband the other day, like, how did I figure it out and how can I help others understand how to get over that leap? And I just feel like, I think you just have to take that risk sometimes. People don't like taking a risk. I feel like you need to take that risk to try it one time. Like, just if you can't leave your job, take a 2 weeks vacation and go to Vietnam or wherever you want to live and try it out, and you can see like how the lifestyle's there and if you can envision yourself being there. And I think what helped us was when we had the opportunity to rebuild another home. We said we weren't going to live in any home for a year, so we were just traveling for a year, and we realized we could live like this. And I guess when we went to Florida for a couple months, my husband realized he could actually remote work from there, and that made it happen. We're like, okay, it made us think bigger. So I think you got to take small steps at a time, and then
yeah, I like that. Some baby steps. People think it's all or nothing sometimes.
It's not. You just go somewhere and stay there for like a week or two and see how it feels like. And if you see your life could be great there, then find a way to make money. Find online work. There's so many online work right now, and you can create your own job. I don't know, that's what I believe that you can. You can create your own opportunities.
How is that process you do Instagram and vertical stuff too, but how has that process been for you on YouTube? Like this idea of creating your own job or your own income?
I had to invest a little bit money into it to get it going. However, you could do it on your own if you wanted to, but if you want to go faster, invest a little bit if you have some money on the side to do that. But it's been awesome. I feel like anything that you think of, you can make an opportunity of. I feel like everyone always talks about what they want, and they never just go for it. I don't know how to explain it because, there was someone was talking about at our homeschool community, and she was like, I really want, it's homeschooling communities are not the same from back home. And I'm like, what's so different? And she was like, oh, they have this kind of event. I'm like, you can create this event here. Like, why not? Mm-hmm. And like, I wanted to meet other YouTubers. So what do? Create a community and work, a networking community, meetup. And that's how I met a bunch of YouTubers. So same thing with YouTube. You want a YouTube? There's so many resources on YouTube and online that you can find how to get started. Just make it happen. I don't know. Like whatever you think of you're really good at, just do it. Find work online. There's apps that you can find freelancing work, and there's Upwork apps that you can go on. Yeah. So I don't know if that makes sense or not.
This episode of the Cost of Living Abroad pod was brought to you by Airlo, the world's first eSIM store. Use my code EVAN at checkout to get $3 off your first eSIM. Scan the QR code on screen or just hit the link in the description to download the Airlo app today. I'm Evan A. Take care.